Oh, you look so important. Samantha, give it up for the producer, Samantha!
Come on.
Wow, man. Was that just stressful just then? That was really stressful. I was watching and I was stressed out, but don't worry about it. It's gonna come on, and I'm gonna talk for a minute till we settle in this nice cold evening where I see white girls walking around in flip-flops and shorts, and I know they must be from somewhere like back east because they want to prove something. Like they're from Cleveland, they're somewhere, but they're not from here. It's just too cold in real life. So, as you know, this is LASC's Open Mic Night, and I'm your host tonight. I'm Sunda Kronquist.
Yeah.
We just missed the talent of this nice little girl that was here that seems to come in every time we have an open mic. When you're here, by the way. Okay, that's the second time.
That's true.
And she gets comfortable, and I don't want to... It's just so crazy. That's what I want to say. But the parents keep telling me she doesn't speak English. She always says she doesn't speak English. And that girl told me, I hate nails. She understands. I was like, obviously, because y'all don't ever have any time to do mine, and I'm right next door. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, listen, we try to work together in this little place. You know, like, I got this stupid fool like $10,000 because I had a terrible leak in my building, so I hired the guy next door, not knowing that when I opened the cabinets, the handles would fall down on the floor. And he keeps saying, then they painted, listen, he painted half beige and half a dark brown, and I said, why is this half a different color? And he says, no, stand this way, not this way. Stand like this, not like this. You stand like this. You stand like this. I said, that's a different color. And he got mad at me. And he said, you don't keep the house like a lady. And I was like, I'm not a freaking lady. I'm from Jersey, first of all. And you send people here that are getting on my nerves. The guy's working on my kitchen. And he says to me, you have to shut off the television now. It is my holiday. It's Ramadan. It's Ramadan. What's that got to do with me? That wasn't a doorbell on the corner you saw me hitting over there, all right? It's a mezuzah. A mezuzah is not a disease, okay? It's not an Italian disease. It's something that means something. And he's telling me that it's Ramadan. Don't tell me that. I pulled out grits, cheese, eggs, everything. That's right, I was hungry. And he was hangry because he was sweating and smelled so bad I couldn't get the smell of the sweat out of my home. You know when you could taste it? They'd be like... Because I was trying to be like, I don't care about Ramadan. I was like, this is some killer shit you got going on. All right, because we don't curse. That's right. And I know that there were people waiting outside, and so I just want to be really polite for them. And I'm going to bring up the comedy of Ireland's one and only Shannon O'Toole. Let him hear you. From Fantastics, right?
Yeah, sure.
I'll be Shannon O'Toole. That's fine with me. No, not at all. But it's by far the 7th wrong way you pronounced an Irish name in the 14 times I've been here, my dear. So I like the theme of race. Because, and also very talented, you know. You crack me up a lot. You're very funny. You're very funny. But I get to make fun of you every time because you always do fuck something up. And it's always about race, okay? Because you come from affluent, or you worked your way to affluence, one of the two, okay, of a different race. And then you always make big projections, you know. You have a lot of like, oh, this is how everybody does it. Right? Oh, on the other side, they must be very lenient, and it's all about, you sit in the corner for 5 minutes and then I'll give you an ice cream if you ask better. No, fuck that. I'm Irish as shit. You never grew up with an orange-haired Irish harpy who would fucking pull anything and everything from anywhere for the slightest. The slight. Lay, you ever had your lip split open by a ring when you're 4 years old because you said the cookies taste different? So fuck you. Fuck off. All right? Do you know how to make a switch out of nothing? I do. Okay? I come back with a back scratcher figuring that's pretty cool. She'd be like, you better whittle that down. It needs more aerodynamics. All right? I'm going to see those things on you, and the doctor's still going to think you just ran through a briar patch. All right? Man. Race. rough thing to deal with, I guess. Except for the fact that we're all different fucking races, and we've been growing up together for a fucking million plus years. Let's say 4.6 million by the nearest anthropological study. Okay, we should actually be at least accepting of the fact that we're all just going to make fun of each other for being different colors because it's easy, and we're still monkeys in the fucking dark ass forest who's scared of something different. Because I grew up with nothing but white people, and oh my god, what's that? It's yellow. Oh my god, what's that? It's orange. Oh shit, that's purple. Oh, let's make up giant wild fucking theories about what they do when we're not around. Okay. Oh, fuck, man. I grew up playing football and basketball, so, like, most of my friends were black, okay? So I was pretty much in on the in joke, but always on the outside of the in joke. Right, if you know what I mean. It was like, yeah, Santa, yeah, that's funny. Shit, fucking asshole, too. Like, I work with a bunch of Mexicans right now, and the work ethic is insane. And I've always had a great work ethic, and I've always impressed the people around me. I'm getting older now, and I'm injured, and I'm not impressing the people around me as much as I used to, man. Like, you know, I can't move with that sort of authority that I used to. Right? I'm gonna blame it on age, not laziness. Hey. Shit. So the other day, I was on a date with a female combat veteran. Yeah. And she told me that she could probably kill me in less than 10 seconds. So I took her gently by the hands. And I looked deep in her eyes and said, wouldn't you rather just marry me and, you know, take your time? So don't get too excited because I lost her later. Alright. Because she found out I only wear lambskin condoms. What? They feel more natural, man. For the sheep. So this morning I caught my dog drinking from the toilet. So I just went and took a piss in his dish. I call that yin yang. Alright. You guys believe in yin yang. You think that's a force at work in the universe. Then you have to believe that old white people porn is incredibly popular with Asian teens. Now let's go back to no, I'm just kidding. Anybody ever work in the restaurant industry even for, let's say, 6 months?
Oh man.
And you're like, okay. Yeah, 6 minutes don't count. You got to be over 6 months to have any sort of clout at all. Right? But you will realize that you guys know extreme sports, okay? Let's go, I don't know, ridge line a 7,000-foot cliff on a BMX. You know, we'll GoPro it the whole way down. You know, sort of shit like that. Let's go walk in the woods where we know there's bears and cougars that are attacking people, and we'll just GoPro it the whole way down. We got meat on our hips. You know, that sort of shit. If you guys want some real stats on some stuff, if you want a real extreme sport, and a lot of people get this adrenaline rush, it's called going into a restaurant, sitting down, abusing a minimum wage employee, then bitching about the meal until you get 97 cents out of a $43 meal, and then you walk away like, man, I've never free jumped like that before. Oh my God. I'm going to go home and get on PayPal and Priceline and see what I could get on the next flight. You know? I know people like that. That's how you get your adrenaline. You get your adrenaline by chiseling fucking money out of poor people. Right? Fucking with people. Just being the ultimate little asshole in line that we all see you as you come in. We're like, you got that table. Like, fuck you. In your section. I got 7 tables. It's still your section. You You know? I don't get that. And if you did want a true adrenaline rush, go do a census on pit bulls in South Central. Okay? That would be a fucking adrenaline rush right there. Get away from your job that day. See, that was a hard 6-7 hours. All right? Or, and this is one I think y'all don't know about, run for office in Mexico. Okay? In the last 10 years, there have been almost 80 different candidates murdered before they ever got elected. Okay? So if you're really looking for a rush, I want you to go down to Michoacan and run for comptroller. Like, I got some really good ideas. I got some new stuff going on. Oh, there's a name. Right? That would be all day long. You know, I'm just trying to lend some perspective to dumb shit, I guess. So, do you guys think that Michael Jackson's victims used to call it moonstalking? Like, where you at? Woo-hoo. Where you? I know you hiding. I can't do my Michael Jackson anymore. I got a whiskey voice. But yeah, the other day I was at work and a woman came up and she was like, "Do you mind changing the station? My friend's uncomfortable with Michael Jackson." And I said, "No. First of all, I don't want to be involved with this whole shit. Second of all, okay. Second of all, where do I stop? Okay? Because I will grant you that Michael Jackson was probably thinking about fucking kids for his entire career. But for half his career, he was a kid, which makes it entirely appropriate. All right? So, can I watch The Wiz? All right? Is Off the Wall off the limits? What the fuck am I supposed to do about this? All right? I don't get it. And the bitch of it is that the song on the radio was We Are the World. Oh my God. All right? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to do about that sort of stuff, man. All I'm saying is take your PC wand, whop it, you know, just wave it around and hope that, I don't know, stardust sprinkles on 4.5 million years of people getting pissed at each other over nothing, you know? Just don't get on trigger words. Trigger words are stupid. Get involved in context and content. All right? I know it's tough, especially when you're just hearing a bit of it and you have a big opinion. And you have a giant fucking forum for it. And you got a giant virtual choir that will preach right back to you. Because it used to be just me, 5 drunk friends going like, yeah, she was a bitch, wasn't she? Now you can just put some shit out and there'll be like 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 people going like, oh yeah, she must have been a bitch. We weren't there, but that sounds exactly what was the thing. Yeah, yeah. And the whole time this lady's like, dude, I just asked for no ice in my water. You know? Like that's honestly what I did. You know? Oh man. So the only reason I masturbate is because I believe it makes angels cry. So you know, anytime you hear a bell ring or I come, something's happening to an angel. And for you Philistines out there who don't know what I'm talking about, it's the holidays, and It's a Wonderful Life reference. Donna Reed, Jimmy Stewart, written by Capra. Okay? Read scripture, people. That's all I'm trying to say. The little white guy who played the guardian angel, cute as shit. All right, take care. You can find me at the Cafe 50s down there, you know, like I said, making a milkshake.
Where's your open mic?
Oh, my open mic, there's 2 open mics at Fanatic Salon, 3815 Sawtell Boulevard, Thursday nights at 7, and the Shit Show, Friday nights at 10.
Beautiful. Yeah. There you go. That's why we're here, to make sure that people find out other places to go and things like that.
Word.
And what I'm doing is bringing up this guy because I like Mike. Let's bring him up. Come on, guy. Let's do this. Up. Got the time, right?
Oh, man. All right. Wasn't quite ready. Suna does not like to give a warm-up. No who's in the hole, no who's
up next. Just like, okay, go. You're like, oh, yeah, okay, I'm ready. How's everybody doing tonight? Good to be here. It's one of my favorite spots. Even though I'm new to comedy and I've been hitting a few spots, this is my favorite spot. There's something about the intimacy of this room. You know, even there's a lot of people and a lot of chairs.
No chairs.
No chairs, but you know, it's nice to have people in this room. I'm starting to feel like this is my home court in some kind of a way, so I'm really appreciating that. I'm working on some material for my first actual showcase coming up in a few days, so I'm excited about that. And I'm just working on getting some real structure to what I'm doing up here. I feel like I'm getting the comfort level, but now I need to get the structure so that I can deliver a good show. And so tonight, what I'm going to do is go over some material that I've been working on and really try to work on getting it around the 5 or 6 minute mark, planning on 4.5.
Right.
But you know, I have a tendency to get excited and want to talk about things I feel passionate, but tonight's going to be about working on this specific bit. So I appreciate you guys and thank you for being here. All right. So things didn't change. Now we got about, 13 days till Christmas? Am I right? Yeah. Now, anybody here under 30? You look like you might be under 30. There we go. Okay. So now, I remember when I was growing up, we used to look forward to Christmas like it was the most important day of the year. Do you guys remember that? I mean,
my mother's Jehovah's Witness.
But it's always, she was like, nah, ain't no Christmas going on here. But you know what's up, right? Remember Christmas was like a thing, a real time, even for everybody, the anxiety around it. But now it's more like, oh man, it's like, it's right here. It's always right here. It's one of the few holidays you're like, man, you're like right here, like you just got here. I'm still eating pumpkin spice, drinking pumpkin spice lattes, and you know what I'm saying? I got Labor Day stuff up around the house, and I'm not ready for Christmas. But, you know, that's okay. As I get older, I realize that, you know, things have changed. But I'm going to tell you guys are 30, you know, under 30 right now, you're like, oh, I don't know what these guys are talking about because you have no concept of time. You haven't been here that long enough to see anything really change or watch. One day you're gonna be on that damn done things change road, and you'll be looking at stuff like, hey guys, remember you used to carry phones around? You used to have to charge them? Remember that? You used to like put in like little bases, you had to wait, like, oh, my phone's about to die. You're like, that was such a thing back in the day, because it's gonna be gone soon, and you'll be like, wow, I feel so old. I remember it used to be like, all day talk time, now not anymore. So trust me, you guys, it's gonna be for you too. But for those of you who are 30 forward, roll with me on this. So now I remember in the good old days when things were just a lot easier. Not in the olden days. Don't mistake. I see you chuckle at the good old days. I'm not talking about the black and white days. I'm talking like the 70s. I'm 50. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a 70s and 80s baby, and things are different. Like, we used to go to the movies and spend the whole day at the movie theater. Yeah. Am I right? Yeah. I mean, I take my little $5 a week allowance, $1.50, get in at the matinee, you go early, and you spend the whole day there. You see 3-4 movies. First of all, it was cheap. Second of all, I was from New York, so it was like you could stay warm. You know what I'm saying? You're like, yo, I'm gonna put my jacket here, like behind some little closet, and now you're good for the whole day. You might sneak out, go get some Chinese food, kind of get an egg roll, and go back up inside. But the other thing was movies took like forever to come out. You know what I'm saying? It took like a year and a half before you get on VHS, and if you're lucky, end up on TV like 3 years later. So the sense of urgency of seeing all the movies was more important then, right? Nowadays, why go to the movies? They're gonna be out in like 3 weeks anyway. I was looking at, you guys seen Bullet Train or the one with Brad Pitt? It was just in the movies. Like this summer, it's on Netflix. Wow. Now, I'm like, dude, my ticket is still valid, and it's already on Netflix. Man, things done changed. I'm telling you. Let's see here. Another thing, like, so I'm a grandfather. You know. Thank you. But when I was a kid, grandparents were old, right? Like all grandparents were old. When I came out, my grandpa was like 50 plus, like already 50, but like an old 50, like okay, I'm gonna stay here, and you go up there and do that, I'll be right here. Now we got grandparents running marathons, doing all kinds of stuff. I usually MC bike races, so I'm usually watching guys, 55 guys and gals, 55, 65, 75 plus, racing bicycles. They didn't do that 30 years ago. There was no master's class cyclocross. Now, grandparents are just out traveling. You see the new Chase commercial? Leon? Leon's out there getting laid. My grandpa was not thinking about that. My grandpa was a butcher. You know what I'm saying? A very grandpa type of a job. Nothing, out there traveling the world. But you know what? It's okay because things have gotten a little worse for people. You know what I'm saying? I would say some things suck. And one thing is, as a dad, when I grew up, Saturday morning cartoons was a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You get up. I remember I get up like 6 in the morning. The only time I get up early
Okay.
was Saturday morning. The only time I was like, whoosh, man, is it 5:45? The sun should be up any second. I remember the first thing that came on at 6 a.m., and I kind of hated it when I got up this early, was that like the animation, the little Christian kid. Remember the little church one? Remember that little animation? I was like, will you hurry up and go off? I couldn't wait for it to go off. But then,
David and Goliath.
David and Goliath, man, that was, I mean, it was cool.
It was cool.
It was cool. You're like, oh, can you hurry up though? Because I need the real cartoons to come on, but they'd be on all morning. You didn't go outside until like 11:30, 12 o'clock. And as you got older, you might stand for Kung Fu Theater. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, man, I wake up with my daughter. First of all, I got to have my coffee. Nothing happens before I have my coffee. There's no breakfast. There's no nothing. You get a banana, you can snack. But first, my coffee. So when I try to sit down and watch TV, I turn on, it's like nothing but serious TV on. Either that, or I think ABC's got the education, edutainment with animals. But there's not a single cartoon on a Saturday or even on a Sunday morning. None. So you're like forced to either like go to Disney Channel or, PBS Kids, which we do. But man, when I was a kid, those are the golden times, especially the Kung Fu Theater. You know what's up, right? Nowadays, you got to get, and then the kids don't want to go outside. So then you're like, okay, what are you going to do? And, I've got a lot of games, but it's too early for games in the morning, on Saturday morning. Tell them, have them conversations. I'm acknowledging things. You can show me stuff, but we're not talking about anything until lunchtime. You know what I'm saying? Breakfast is like 10:30, but we're gonna really get into stuff like around noon. But when I was a kid, it was like I didn't see my parents or my grandparents until I was done. Right? You'd be chilling. But nowadays, it's just nothing like that. So that's another thing. And one other thing I used to do. We used to go on some adventures as kids, right? Yeah, I did. You might go on some adventures, but how old are you?
24.
24. Psh. Everything's blocked off for you. There's no sign. Everything's got a sign up. It's got a warning. OSHA's involved. When we was a kid, man, it was like, listen, you can go in any building, there'd be broken glass everywhere. You remember the long tubes of like the light bulbs? Man, those are swords. We was either that or they were bombs. Cause you would throw them and whoosh, they would explode. You don't know what that's like. You don't know what that's like. Man, that would be our clubhouse. We would go and hang. We would bring other stuff, old couches. You remember that? I can't believe some of the couches and things I done sat on. Even some of these I done crawled up in. Man. Things done changed, I'm telling you. But some things are better though. I have to admit, a lot of the foods are better. You don't have the problem. You got variety, you got flavors, brands. When we were growing up, there's like 4 or 5 things you can choose from. You'd have a casserole, some basic protein, frozen vegetables. Remember? I could not believe frozen vegetables was a thing. Like, why did you have to freeze them? We have fresh stuff everywhere, but we were having spinach in blocks or peas in blocks. Now you understand why kids didn't like that crap. And y'all get nice fresh farmers market. You have no idea. You didn't even know what frozen vegetables were. Now they're different frozen. They're fresh frozen. They're flash frozen. Ours was like just dumped in a big box, cut into squares like kilos of Coke, and then sold that way. You took them home, you steamed them, and that was your vegetables, which had no nutrients. Because it was all boiled out of them. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays we know there were no nutrients. They tasted horrible. And as you mentioned earlier, we were reminded about the Hungry Kids someplace else who would have loved to have this. And they're like, no. Don't be sending that stuff over here. We don't want none of that. But you know what? I have to say, one of the benefits of things changing is access to information. And, you know, when it comes to parenting, nowadays we have information everywhere and telling us how to be a good parent and what to do. And that sort of has to, it makes our parents feel a little bad. Because now they're like, oh shit, I didn't know you can do this. I know that was a good idea. Their reality was, listen, I gotta protect you from either getting hurt. I gotta make sure I'm feeding you so nobody come in here and take you. But other than that, it was the basics. Now, parents are able to get all kind of memes, and they have the Oprah 2.0. We had Oprah, but you know, it was like, Oprah and Donahue. But nowadays, you know what I'm saying? You're like, who the hell is that guy? You know who that guy is, right? Yeah, so anyway, things didn't change, but they changed for the better. I'm Cool Ass Mike. You can find me on the IGs and all that. And this just happened.
Oh, I just sat down and said, yeah.
Yes, thank you.
There you go. He's looking at me, trying to figure out which bunch I was in, huh?
You look young, that's why.
No, man. I was always out, to be honest with you. I can't remember being home to watch stuff, but I know that Saturdays it was Michael Jackson and it was Fat Albert.
Ooh.
And it was
Soul Train?
so yeah. I had to go to dance classes. I was always booked.
Oh, see?
I was booked, and yeah, the whole thing. I know Christmas because my stepfather was Italian, so I had to go to an Irish Catholic school for how many years? Do you know what I realized, by the way, Patty? I've been to 4 Catholic schools in like 16 years. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy, right? Like, when do you get enough? Forget about it. I want to bring up the producer this evening, who's a wonderful young new talent who's going to take this country by storm, and Patty will tell her so too. Let's give it up for the one and only Samantha. Let her hear you. Now the face, the big face.
Guys, dude, I'm turning into Stu Denmark as well. We were here for like 5 hours last night cleaning up, as you can fucking tell. You should better fucking tell. You better tell us afterward how good it is. 'Cause I don't clean, Shannon. I don't clean ever. I have spiders in my room. Look what I'm about to do. Give me the validation right now. Say good job, Sam.
Good job, Samantha.
Thank you.
Get out of your way.
Thank you, Mommy. My mom does have issues with me, like, replacing her with other women.
I'm right here.
Is that really? It's like a problem. And then, you know, she's like just a little racist. Just a little. She volunteers at the hospital. She's a queen. You know, some queens, most queens are racist. Guys, every time I'm here, I feel like you're fucking fake laughing. I just start
No.
sweating.
Love you.
It's okay. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Ask, what's her name?
Queen Elizabeth.
Ask Megan.
Oh, fuck. Meghan Markle, man. This is so funny. It's also like, I'm a girl. I get my period. Then you feel it coming on. But I just always think of, and I'm not. What if I start crying? I'm not. I just think about, and this is so like, I'm turning 20 at the end of the month.
Yeah.
And someone told me I sound like, you're listening to Snapchat News. But I'm still standing. I killed him. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. He's whatever. What was I gonna say? No, I know. Don't do it. Wait. Oh, Meghan Markle. Like, Beyonce put like her portrait of her in her music video, and it was so cute. And like she said like, "Hey Prince," I don't know. I just was like, they see each other, and that made me happy. Is that you're looking at me like that?
True?
This was like like a couple of years ago, but
Oh my God.
it just was
I
cute.
had no idea.
And she called her like hello my princess, and it was like cute, and then I cried. Bitches are crazy. Crazy. I don't know. I like when girls get crazy. I think it's fun. I don't know. It's different when a guy gets crazy, obviously. This guy got crazy at me. Dude, do you know when you see couples like, and they're like, that's weird. That's weird. I feel like there's certain things as a citizen I should be able to do. Like if I see a dog and it's fucking limping and it's bumping into me and it's bumping in the wall and it's pissing in my store, like I feel like I should give her a ticket, like put down. You know, like, please. Like, I don't know. It's like for common decency. I think it's the same thing when couples talk like that in public. Hi, excuse me. This is not a part of the LGBTQ. Like, we're not putting the P in there. The P's wanted us to put them in there. The P's. The pedophiles.
Oh,
Like, just because you're a fucking letter, man, like, it's just letters. Why are we doing that? LGBTQM. Mummies, like, I don't get it. It's letters. People get really mad about all the letters. Why are there so many acronyms? Why can't you just spell stuff? Why do you give a fuck? Why do you give a fuck? Everything you said about me was true. I have no sense of time, right? Like 80% of my day. Okay, I was trying to think about how I want to do this to be so silly. How could I be the silliest? Oh shit. This is me on the toilet on my phone. Hours. My whole body's fucking asleep. So talk your shit, Shannon. You're right. But I will say one thing about old people. Old people, a lot of times, older than me. Okay, fine. Old people, whatever. Because you guys are like, you're so young. I'm gonna start being like, you're old. Because equality, right? I'm a feminist. My mom said, I just don't like that word. You know, I was like, Mom, are you a feminist? She was like, no. I said, Mom, do you know what that means? And she goes, what does it mean? What does it mean then? And I said, it means that you think like men and women are equal. And she goes, oh yeah, then I am. She's really interesting like that. Shit. Old people will say, you don't know anything about anything at all. And it's like, bitch, your nipple's out. Your nipple's in my face. And I'm being respectful. I don't know you. I'm at work. Or I'm coming up to me at work and saying, it's not healthy for you to work here with all these fumes. Just because we're both white, bitch, we're not the same. We're not the same. I get really mad at people. Today, this guy comes up to me. I stand outside the store because I don't know, I'm like the least, I feel like I'm either the most or least punchable face. Like, you love or you hate me. You know, it's a risk. And I'm a fucking risk at work. Like, I'm a liability at work. If you're talking about Kuwait with a customer at work, you're doing too much. Dude, one time I was counting the money and I was going so slow, and I said, oh, I'm such a bad Jew, right? And why would he laugh at that? Why would he laugh at that? You know what I mean? That's like, oh my God. But it, you know, it keeps me going. Basically, this guy has a bag full of goods. He already came to the store. I'm like, oh no, what happened, King? No, I just said like, oh, what's going on here? And he goes, do you have a box I can put this in? I do not have a box. I'm sorry, we don't have boxes. You would think it would end there. Sir, I don't have a box. I'm not giving you my fucking box, sir. We don't have a box for you. He goes, oh yeah, they're behind the register. Motherfucker, did you just admit to me that you've been behind our register? What are you talking about? What could you possibly know about behind the register? Fuck you. And I go, we have red bags. We have crates. He goes, oh, could I get a crate? And I pointed and I go, just so you know, it looks like that. It's a candle crate. I see a cream in there. This is not going to work. It's a circle and a square. And that's what he looked like. It was like, that's what it felt like a whack-a-mole. But, like, there was nothing there, and he was like, I feel like he was a poo himself. He was just so angry, or nothing. Not to minimize or gaslight, but yeah. And so I'm like, oh, we also have these. We have these, like, little shit plastic bags. And before I can finish the sentence, he goes, it's not a box. Can I speak to your manager? I said, sure. Sure. I love it. Oh, my manager? Oh, my God. You would love my manager. Oh, my God. You should kiss her. You should kiss her right now. I love her so much. I just got naked and I started screaming. I started running around and I was like, that was it. And I got fired. And this is my last day here because I'm going to jail tomorrow. I was in the car with someone. This is separate. I'm going to get back. Don't worry. And you're going to think like I'm unsafe. I don't think I'm unsafe. I can't be, but in the back seat of the car, there's two other people in the car too, okay? It's not just me. Bricks.
Oh, God.
And then there's a water bottle next to me, right? And I had some sort of cup. I always have a cup. I have a cup and I have a bottle and I have a vape and I'm like, you know, doing too much. Just dropping shit. Hansel and Greteling my way down the street with substances, giving them away practically. I have given all them away too, and then I buy more. Shit, no, I got it. Someone told me what I was saying.
You're in the backseat of the car.
Thank you.
With bricks.
I'm with
And I had a cup, right?
Yep.
So I moved the bottle to put my cup there. And he goes, uh-oh. Did you touch the bottle? And I was like, yeah, it's a bottle. I pick it up, it's urine. Tell me why it's urine. Tell me why it's urine. It's like not, someone could drink more water urine too. Like I'm learning about this person's brother. Oh, it was your brother? Let me see a picture of him. Let me see a video of him peeing. I think it was you. And then he told me that he shot someone. And in self-defense. Which, oh my god, like, at least that's not me. Like, I'm an oversharer, but I'm just like, what the fuck is that shit? Like, that's not the America I want to live in. Like, freedom of speech, but like, bitch, I could also get out of the car for that. Like, I could Lady Bird that shit. Who's seen Lady Bird in this room?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't think. I assume a lot. Okay, I have 1 minute left. I feel like I had some big kaplowy orgasm for you guys, but no, I don't know. Basically, the thing that I hated the most about that guy at work, because they want me to keep people from like coming in and out, so I was like, oh, I'll bring her out. He said I have legs. And I said, you old ass motherfucker, not for long. You can tell me what I don't know, but guess what, motherfucker? Your knees are about to go, your fucking brain's about to go. You might have a fucking box, but shit, you're about to be in a box. Okay, thank you guys so much.
Yeah. Where can you be found?
At Sam Like TBH on Instagram. I should change that shit.
Sam Life TV?
Sam Like. It's like to be honest, like, because that's how I talk. I thought I would make it.
All right. Give it up for Sam. I love that, Sam, that you didn't think I saw Lady Bird.
I didn't.
Can I ask you, because I'm getting ready to bring up another dad, but what's going on with these kids when they talk to you on FaceTime? Like, I see my kids, when I talk to them, they don't ever look at me. My daughter's like, no, you look at me in my face. Put down everything because you're not talking to me right now. You're moving around. I want you, Mom, focus. This is how I used to do it. How'd your mother do it? All right, this is how we are, right? That's why I got a hump. And lifting babies, obviously. I thought she was gonna go in my boob too. I mean, I've been just since my birthday. I'm just can't take it anymore. I'm really freaked out. That's why I'm bringing up Patty. I didn't hear him shout. Always ready. Always ready.
Keep it going for me.
Yes.
A little more for me, okay? Been a rough week. Sam, first of all, the reason I asked you for boxes, I couldn't find the fucking Container Store. I'll be damned if I'm paying for fucking boxes. I was not raised that way. You like this look? This is Peaky Blinders meets Laundry Day. You like this? How boo that? Just gonna take a look at you. Oh, fucking good look at people. Yeah. Mostly. I want to point out, there's always a shit bag. I've had a rough week, so I need a little love from all of you. A demonstration of your love. And what I would love is for you guys to give a round of applause to Sunda, the Mother Teresa of this comedy orphanage. The sexy lighthouse keeper on this island of misfit toys. I want to share something with you. You know, I had a gig downtown last week, right? And I get to this gig. It's a bar gig, right? And it's like a prison riot, but with less rules. It was fucking madness. You know, anytime you get to a gig and think, maybe I should have brought my pistol. I'm thinking, what am I doing this for? Really? I'm here. There was literally a guy standing up by the side. There's no stage. It's a bar fucking mic. It's actually a book show. And there's a guy who's standing on the side of the stage screaming at the stage. I asked him, I said, who is that? Oh, he's a comedian. He's on the bill. Oh my God. It was madness. There was a 4'10" woman, about 90 pounds on stage, and a tiny Latino man, kind of looked like, remember Chelsea Handler's Chewy?
Yeah.
He looked like Chewy on steroids. He had a Rams jersey on. He ran up and grabbed the mic from the girl. And I'm like, this is fucking. And listen, let me tell you something. Sometimes it is the fucking audience. It's right? It's fucking them. And I'll say this. You know what? I really don't like them. I don't fucking like them. I don't do it for them. All their laughter won't fill this hole inside of me. It never will. I realized it. I do it for me. You know why? Because I'm fucking addicted to this shit. I'm addicted to it. Even the negative attention, I have to fucking have it. For some reason, I can't explain it. You know, it's like, you remember in a group of guys, there's always one guy that will pose the devil's question. And the devil's question is, would you suck a dick for $1 million? Which obviously, yes. At that point, it's really just a matter of business if you think about it, and it really wouldn't be who I was, right? Like we have a saying in Ireland: once a philosopher, twice a pervert, but if you do it a third time, that's you. That's your thing, and that's the same thing with fucking stand-up comedy. You know, if you do it once, okay, you're just a philosopher, twice a pervert. Third time, you're fucking in on it. It's fucking got you. It really is like a sex act. Comedy is really like a fucking sex act. You know, like stand-up is masturbation. Because you do it all by yourself. Right? You want that big finish. And if your mom walked in during the act, it would throw your timing off. Improv is like a circle jerk. Because the only people truly enjoying themselves are the ones participating. Have you been to these shitty fucking improv shows?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's painful. 90% shit. 10% magic, 90% shit. 10% of it is fucking, but you gotta go through 90, it's like life itself. Speaking of shit, I love my toilet. No matter where I go, I've gone all over the world. There's nothing like coming home and sitting on my fucking toilet. It's the working man's throne. It's the only time I get to myself. And you could always tell when you've been together a certain amount of time with a woman, because they will leave the door completely open while they're sitting on the toilet. My wife leaves the door completely open now when I walk by. I don't know why I said that. You may think less of me. Also, there's less and less actual verbalization necessary. Like, I'm at the age, my age now where I'm at is really a couch is just my big, pillowy, cushiony friend who really gets me.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of time on that couch. Just a lot of fucking time. Also, there's a way to mend all this. It's a difficult... Look, there's never been probably an easier time with technical things and getting what we want right away. But, it's just hard just to be a human being. Regardless, whatever we want to call ourselves or classify ourselves, just to be like a human being. Sometimes it's difficult. And what you should do is what myself and Sunda have done in our lives. Just never have sex with anyone who's your own race. Don't do it. And within 2 generations, we'll have a beautiful beige tribe of vegan virtue signalers who are saving the world one fucking car fart at a time. These vegans, the hardest thing about being vegan, right? Keeping it to yourself. And a lot of you guys think you invented shit, like you invented veganism. First of all, Hitler did, by the way. I'll get to that in a minute. I'll get to Hitler. And I know you're all waiting for the Hitler material. But, and how fucking bold. Hey, guess what? You know the diet you evolved from, and you evolved from, and you evolved from, and you evolved from? Wrong! Wrong! All of it's wrong! I had a friend, Dominic Cicolato. He was my friend Dominic Cicolato. For 32 years I knew him, and we were at an Italian restaurant. He goes, "Do you have any vegetarian dishes?" I said, "What the fuck is it with the vegetarian dishes?" He said, "Oh, I'm a vegetarian." I said, "When did you start that?" "About 30 years ago." Because vegetarians were quiet about it. They're fucking quiet about it. They don't make it their mission to just announce to the world, "I'm a vegan!" What if the vegans get what they want tomorrow, right? You know, just because we stop eating cows or drinking milk, what are we going to do with all these fucking cows? There's no money in just keeping a cow. They make lousy pets. They just do the one trick, stay. And they're very passive aggressive. They meow, 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 meow. You know, if I want to hear from a passive aggressive cow, I'll visit my mother-in-law. Hey, hey, oh! Why are you kidding me? Hey! I'm also involved in an interracial relationship. I'm a white guy. You guys probably gathered that. And my wife is Asian. It's kind of the Coke classic of interracial relationships. You know, people make fucking assumptions like, oh, you must have met her when you were in the military. No, I met her at the Container Store. And you know. And honestly, the reason is my mother scared the shit out of me. She scared the shit out of me. It did something fucking to me. And like, kind of like the other stalwart of interracial, I can't even say it. Interracial relationships is the black man with the white woman, right? That's kind of the Pepsi Cola of interracial relationships. Am I right? And his mom's not happy either.
No.
I never knew, and you know, I never knew. My next door neighbor is Big D, and you know, Big D. I've shared Big D every once in a while will call me his N-word, and it makes my fucking day every time. I never feel so cool as when Big D calls me his N-word. It's amazing. But his wife Verda. And my wife, we were having dinner over there. He does the hair on Blackish. He's won a bunch of, and he's really a cool guy. But Verda, I never really got to talk to that much. And she is a beautiful woman of color of a certain vintage. And the Kardashians came on. I never knew black women hated the Kardashians. Oh my God! She was yelling at poachers. And she said something. Now, listen, this is a quote. All right. She said, collectively, the Kardashians have seen more black cock than the men's urinal at the Apollo Theater. Now, that might be okay for me to think, but it's not okay for me to say. Let's face it. It's just not. And then we have what I like to call the Dr. Pepper of interracial relationships. That's the white guy with the black woman. Right? And that Sunda has that situation. And didn't your mother-in-law sue you?
Yes, she did.
So, nobody. So when it gets down to is, if you're happy, if it makes you happy, fuck all that shit. Love who you love. That's who you get up with in the morning, man. No one else's opinion really fucking matters. And listen, I'm going to wind this up. But I want to say, you know the word of the year? This year, there's a word of the year. Go to vocabulary.com. Word of the year is gaslighting. Nobody my age actually knows what that means. But even if I knew what it was, I wouldn't do it because gas is too fucking expensive. You know, it's cheaper now than it was, but it's still fucking too expensive. You know, I just buy meth and ride my bicycle everywhere. Listen, you guys have been kind of mediocre. But I do love you anyway. I really do. Give yourself a round of applause. And let's bring the sexy gatekeeper to our comedy haven. Let's bring her to the stage. The one and only Sunda.
We're making a lot of people in here.
Yeah, man.
I never think of him as white, though, you know, because he's a Jew. So I don't. It's very different.
When the police come, he's white.
The police came and tried to get my husband off of two black men that were beating me up after I threw champagne on one of them. Yeah, because he said to me, you don't walk past me without saying hello. You got to have respect. You coming to Nell's, you know who you know. And I said, what did you say? And I said, leave me alone. I was at Nell's. It's in Manhattan. And it was rap night. And I was dating Mark. I was like, you want to come with me? He was like, anywhere. He was like, I really love Puerto Rican women. I love Latino women. Latin women really turn me on. And I said, why are you telling me this?
I know.
It was really crazy. I don't even know why I went into that whole thing about my husband. That's terrible. That's terrible. I don't know why I went there. I really don't know why I went there, and I'm not going to try to remember because I just can't. It happens. I had a fall. I did. I
had a fall and I passed out in the street. You know that. I keep telling people that. My husband says, stop telling people that because you've always forgotten. But that's not true. It's not like now. It's not like now. Now we're going to have some real comedy because that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to congratulate us on a new kind of Black Irish night. Tonight was the Black Jewish, tonight was the Black Jewish Irish night. We usually, so the joke is Black Irish, right? And then there's Irish twins, okay? Now you can imagine with my daughters hearing this stuff, they are the furthest thing from Irish. They don't know anything about the Irish. And people are looking at them saying, oh, you're so cute, you're Irish twins. They're like, we're not Irish, we're Jewish. I can't. I don't know what I was saying, but I was going to say this. Yeah, because the Black Irish, I think it's an idea for a show, Patty, because Black people and Irish people have stories. I told you that. They're storytellers. They sit there, and at the end, it's Danny Boy. You don't even know. It's an idiom again. See what I mean? I want you to work on those, because they get drunk. They oh, Danny Boy, and I sing with them. Because I went to Catholic school. I don't know any better. I just didn't know any better. But you know who knows better? Since we're doing the black part, let's bring up the black guy, right? We're talking about the black guy. Bring up the black eye. Black guy or black eye? Okay, you decide. He's mine. I love him to death. Tracy Harris, ladies and gentlemen. Let him hear you.
What's up? Keep it going for Sunday. Keep it going for Sunday. Who the fuck you think you're dealing with, huh? A novice? We outside, bitch. This is Westwood. Fuck. Oh my God, dude. I was agreeing with everything you were saying until you said I didn't have no adventures. Nigga. Who the fuck do you think you're dealing with? Half the stories you be like, you start looking at me like I'm ISIS or some shit. We used to moon our grandma. He was like, Grandma, and we'll run. Because it was me, my brother, and my cousin. And my cousin was like always the evil-minded one. He'd be like, let's do some shit. We'd be all in like, yeah, let's do it. So he'd be like, hey, look at this. He'll go over and moon, fuck you, bitch. And then he'll run. We'd be like, oh, shit. He used to always push our envelope. So he would always add something to it. If we were throwing a rock, we'd be like, we throwing rocks at this car. Like, what are you doing, nigga? This supposed to be secret. No one supposed to know, nigga. Like, fuck that shit. We run shit. Like, oh, okay, that's my nigga. we mooned her so many times. She used to like close the door, and then I used to be like, you know what? Let's get this butter knife. Open up the door back. Like who the fuck? I told you. Who the fuck you think you're dealing with, huh? We were criminals. We were little criminals, man. We used to do all types of shit. You know that the Hispanic dudes that go around like with the ice cream, they go bling 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 bling. We robbed one of those dudes. Yeah. You looking at me like, oh my God, he's nice. Oh, I'll beat your ass, cocksucker. Guess who's back, bitch? And that was like around like 13, so you know. Oh my God, we were doing stuff. Because when you started talking about the adventures, I started laughing in my head like, bro, we were some nutty ass kids, bro. Oh my God, we used to skate all the time. And we used to go down this fucking hill that on Westwood, West Adams. You know, they got those really long hills. So in the back streets, there's these super long hills. It's like 3 of them, like cross-country hills. So we used to skate down the street, and then we'd just be like, you know what, I'm bored of this shit. We'll grab something else like a fucking wagon. You know those red wagons that you put rocks in and you make believe you're a construction worker? We was getting those and we go fucking crazy. Like, all right, let me see if I can steer it. We like, yeah, let's do it again, bro. Let's go higher. We'll go a little higher. Watch out for cars. You got me? Yeah, we got you. We just started, we were fucking nuts, dude. And I think back, because every time I see like kids and stuff, like especially around this summertime, the last summertime, I was looking, I was like, oh man, they're out there like skating and shit. I remember that. I used to be skating, fucking just having fun. Almost getting molested a couple times. Swear to God, dude, I used to think back like, nigga, I almost got molested. Do you understand that realization? Like, fuck. All he had to do was give me like a box tape of like SpongeBob. I'm in. He got me right there. Drake and Josh, iCarly, I'm in. Oh my God, it's terrible. But I have fun like a motherfucker. I ain't fronting. I would do it all again. Honestly, my dad was crazy too, because you started talking about parenthood, and I was like thinking about it. I'm like, oh my dad was crazy too, because he did crack. He smoked crack, but he was like the top-notch crackhead, right? Like everybody respected him. They were like, hey, you need a baggie? He's like, no, right now, bro. And he used to have these like crack holes. I don't know if you know what a crack hole is, but if you ever need, all right, this is a word of advice. If you ever need your house clean, get you a crack hole. They will clean your house like for $1 and a gallon of milk. You know what I'm saying? They will clean your house. But anyway, my dad used to have this one weird one. I always think about her because they had roles. So like he had like 5 of them. They had different roles. One would suck his dick. One would get him like drugs and shit. The other one had, the other 2 was just, I don't know what he did. I don't know. But he had like one of them that used to babysit us, right? So like, or I'd stay at the house and clean and cook. And this one, it was a weird one. She was a little good looking. If she stopped at the time, she had a little bit more time, but who cares? She used to drink hot sauce out of the bottle. You ever seen somebody slug some Red Rooster, nigga? Some Louisiana? That's crazy. I didn't think that was weird until like I was thinking about how I almost got molested. I'm like, oh my God. My life is crazy. And another thing about my cousin, this nigga was crazy too, because he, I don't know if you ever been to the mall. It's like, there's stories and stuff. What am I saying? We all been to the mall. But this particular mall, I don't think everybody in here has been here, but have you guys been to like the Crenshaw Mall?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. So, you know those kiosks that are down there on the 2nd floor? Oh my God. My cousin had the great idea. He was like, hey bro, watch this. And he spit on top of their thing. Oh my God. See, look, now you're looking at me and they're like, oh my God, this nigga is crazy. Yeah, we did a lot of stuff, Sunday. You wouldn't. We did too. You think that little girl was crazy? She not breaking shit. We would have came in trying to steal something. Like, hey, like, you popped in. You saw the 3 of us. You have like 911 on hold or some shit. Like, I seen these creepy kids. Damn, I wasn't even doing material. Jesus Christ.
Keep calling, he'll come.
Keep calling, he'll come. Jesus. That's another thing, man. I'm 24, okay, but I've learned some things. I've learned some things, especially like distinctions between like women and men. So, one of the distinctions is that women do not handle being arrested like men do. You ever see a woman get arrested? They're like the Chainsaw Massacre, like, I'm like, oh my God. Men, they do it with respect, like, cuff me, copper. Like, they do shit like that. Women can't handle that. It's like they're in line for like ISIS and like they about to get shot next. Like, bro, relax. It's not even. This is I've seen it because they go crazy. Like, men have the restraint. Like,
Oh man.
women got like you know how like I always see like in different like you know when the trial is going like you see the man go in like walking in, got the cameras like, sir, what do you have to say about the tax? Like he's just walking like women got like hoodies on and fucking what do you got those turbans on and they're all like this like I don't know nothing. What I'm saying is women are pussy when they when they get arrested. You gotta show some restraints, lady. 2 minutes. Okay.
I think so.
You think so? I probably got like 5 and shit. You mismanaging. I want to stay on stage, please. No, I do love this too. I love this mic. This mic is so awesome. When I walked in the first time, it was bananas though. Like it was bananas.
Yes, it was.
It was bananas. These motherfuckers, the people, the social people outside walking in like, hey, is this an open mic? Fuck out of here, cracky. What are you doing in here? Oh my God! Especially when you're doing it outside, it was that they were doing. Oh my God! Yeah, it was nuts. I still remember doing like my first 10. Acting like I did this for like 30 years. Get the fuck out of here! No, but I still. Really? What'd you think I was like 19?
No, I thought you were like 22 by now. It's that long.
Oh, that's still okay. Go ahead. What was I just saying? Anyway, I still remember my first set. My first set was very cool because I was super nervous, but I had to tag down like 3 things. I was thinking about girls, like, oh, I'm not getting laid or like something like that. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna say fuck y'all. I want to talk to those people because they got the G-Wagons and the Mercedes and Audis. I want to get their money. Fuck y'all. Hey, yo, G-Wagon. They honking their horns. They're like, turn around. Go on. Give me like $30 or something. But I was going to start off like, hey, guys, what's up? It's great to be alive and shit. I'm black. It's great to be black because everybody automatically assumes you got a big dick. You walk around with that energy and shit. Like, yeah, what's up? Like, that big dick energy. Like, what you do, mama? You know what I'm saying? Like, black people, we got that coolness. You know what I'm saying? Like, say if cause like, I feel like Ivory people. I'm just playing. Like white people, I feel like it's gonna sound stupid, but just listen to me, all right? Just listen, and you'll read between the lines. All right. If white people were cool about racism, it wouldn't be as bad as it is. Like, you know how like white people get all like defensive, like, yo, you know the FBI, them white people killed Martin Luther King. They're like, oh, I'm sorry. They get all like white guilty. Like, oh, and they're like, bitch, yeah, we'll do it again. And I'm like, my nigga, all right, that's what's up. Like, say if the roles were reversed, like black people were the oppressors and the white people were the oppressed. You know how cool we be about that shit? Whatever, nigga. And of course we killed that nigga. But it wouldn't, whatever. I'll work on that one later. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You can find me on Instagram, Young and the Restless. And yeah, that's me.
And that's you.
I remember when you first came in here.
Yeah.
When your brother was getting ready to beat somebody up and I had to calm him down. You remember that?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who it was. He was telling you, do your joking or something like that.
Yeah,
I was
I know.
I'm trying to think of who was heckling you, and I was like, shut the fuck up. Because I want to see him succeed. Because I want to see you all succeed so I can sit and relax and maybe use my toilet like he uses his without my husband saying, where's my coffee? All right, so this is what we're doing now. We're going to bring up Ian. Let's do it. Come on, Ian.
I missed you. Oh my God, we worked in the same place too many years. Oh. No more clubs.
Soon I go way back. Like 2 months, right?
Oh, God.
A couple years. How are y'all doing? How's it?
Yeah.
I did some shopping today. I got some soap for my girlfriend. Need some soap for the house. Which requires me to actually ask an armed guard to open a display case, you know, to get some soap. Right? I'm just like, what kind of a world do we live in now where soap is doing time, you know?
Yeah, right.
It's crazy. I'm thinking like, you know, maybe if I'm stepping on someone's toes, I'm sorry, but forget, you know, Brittany Griner. I say we free fragrance free of vino, you know? Get it out of there. Free up that soap. I'd rather trade a Russian arms dealer for a bar of soap than, you know, what was the trade, you know? That's what I'm saying. Speaking of prison, sorry, no, prison's not fair. It's a very unfair thing. Breaks up families, causes rifts. My brother did 10 years.
Oh.
Yeah, Chicago. My mom would go see him once a month. She'd drive from Tennessee to Chicago to go visit him. It was about a 10-hour drive to go see him. Yeah. I've been in LA for 7 years. She hasn't seen me once. What do I gotta do to get a little bit, you know? Gotta rob somebody or something? What's going on here? Cold Chicago. Once a month you go see him. I can't get one visit in LA. Sunny LA. What's going on here? I'm definitely the least favorite person in my family. I know I am. I was the first to go to college, you know. But the last to graduate, you know.
my mom got her bachelor's before I got my bachelor's. It took me 5 years. My dad got his master's before I get my bachelor's. When I was graduating, you know, the whole walking commencement thing, my sister actually ran across the stage before I got mine. I was like, yeah, I graduated, I think it was like 20 years ago? Almost 20 years ago? Don't tell anybody that, though. You and me. But college doesn't teach you a lot then. It doesn't teach you how to take care of yourself when you come out to LA. I didn't realize that my mom was like, when you go to LA, be careful. You know, a lot of men who might, for there might be a lot of gay men out here. But the problem isn't the gay men at all. I mean, sorry. What I'm saying, it's not the gay men. It's the drunk white women in the club. I've never been hit on more. I've never been called cute more than when I met a club. There's a drunk white lady looking at me. And always. If the cops did a test and had me like stand next to the car that they were, you know, driving in, and they were, man, we've been drinking. And like, no, I haven't been drinking. Is he hot? And I'd be over here and they'd be like, yes, he is, officer. You're drunk! That's a test. Yeah, been in LA for 7 years. I love it here. And so it has everything that, you know, it has avocados. Avocados are not in Tennessee, where my mom and I live. I'm sorry. So before I close out, I'm not sure how much time I have, but
You got time.
I got time. Oh man.
You got like 6.
Okay, that's.
You got time today.
Hard time.
You got time today.
I will say that yeah. So with women in LA, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Because you know things can get a little, excelled, a little faster than you expect, right? Remember one time I went out to the club with a friend, and there was a lady who was drunk, and I got like I'm more of like a motherly interview than like a the club, right? This lady, she had a lot to drink. She was drinking. She was swaying like she was on the ropes, about to get knocked down. And I was like, "Are you okay? You need to?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm fine. I was like, are you sure you're swaying? You're about to throw up. Like you're dizzy." And she's like, "No, I'm good. And I was like, I feel bad about letting you go out on your own, right? So I'm a gentleman. I let her get into her Uber, and she's like, can you please take me home? I was like, you got an Uber. You can. It's for an Uber. It's a type of Uber, right? Okay. So my friend drove me to the club. So I said, I'll go with you and take the Uber home. Kind of like like when you skip on the flights. What are those called?
Stops.
Sure, stops. I'll make her stop. My stop. My first stop.
Right.
So we get to her place. Her stop. My first stop. And she said, "Oh, can you let me into my apartment?" I said, "Well, you have a key. You have a key. That's what a key is for." Right? So we went inside because I'm a nice guy. I went inside, used the key, and she helped her upstairs, down the hallway, and went inside her apartment. Made sure there was no. As she said, she was worried about there be people in the house. I checked. There's nobody in her house. Once she kissed me, I was like, "What? No, why are you kissing me? I'm a nice guy, but I'm not that guy." Kissed her, and it was really weird. Because I like to know someone first before I have that first kiss. Well, sure enough, it got a little accelerated. We were lying down on our couch. It was that bad. I got lay on the couch. and we're about to have intercourse. And I realized, well,
I didn't hear that. You said intercourse.
Intercourse, yeah.
I love it. I love it.
I'm a gentleman. I'm a gentleman.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
And I realized this is not. I am my family's least favorite child. I don't want to dig any deeper in the hole than I possibly am. I looked at my mom. I was like, I can't do this. I can't have a kid right now because my brother gets more attention than I do, and having a kid will give me less attention. I knew that.
None.
So I went downstairs. I apologized. I said, I gotta go. I'm sorry. Went downstairs, ran home. Yeah, I ran home.
How much you ran home?
That's what shoes are for. How much time do I have? I'm sorry. I still have time? Okay. Still doing a hard time.
You got time today?
Okay. Well, thank you. So you might be wondering why my brother was doing time in Chicago. And I think I'll use my last few moments to tell you why. By the way, family favorite, older brother. Everyone loves him. God love him. He went to a convenience store, a Rite Aid, with a gun. Yeah, and it's not very smart. God love him. And he broke a display case for a bar of soap. So, yeah, he robbed the place for a bar of soap. That's my time.
Where can we find you?
Oh, sorry. You can find me on Instagram. The letters E&E Farley, at E&E Farley.
Yeah.
Farley! Let me tell you something, guys. You know why I love Ian? He's not doing his act. He's a germaphobe.
Oh, I forgot that.
How could you forget that? How do I
forgot
know
that.
your accent? You don't. Come on. And he's such a germaphobe that I can't imagine this girl asking to kiss you on top of it all. I have an idea. I don't know how we're going to do this, Patty. I got an idea.
It must be done.
I want to go on Just Fans for comedy.
OnlyFans?
You what? Just fans for what? Comedy?
Comedy. Because I'm a clean comic. That's how I get booked. I have kids all the time. I do a kids show. It's kids. But she got to leave me alone because I'm here every day and she here every day. And I don't need her in here every day. You know what I mean? Right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, oh my God.
Put it to work.
She don't like nails.
No. Get some feedback
No,
from her.
she's the worst. She's the worst. But she wanted me to tell her what you were saying, which makes me think, how many black people do you see? We speak in English.
Not many.
Can't be many.
Nope.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
She's asking me what you said. And you're like, you're going to get your ass beat. I'll make you crawl on raw rice.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what the Latinos do, by the way. I didn't know that.
Oh,
but,
my boss told me that, yeah.
yeah. Colombians are even worse. My girlfriend tweezed her brows and she couldn't do it. And her mother called my mother and said, look at Sunda's brows. My mother was like, use your brows? I was like, I didn't do my brows. But,
Conspiracy.
I mean, they were so done. And never mind that. And I shaved my legs. The end. Back then. Do you remember at all when you couldn't shave your legs?
No.
No. And I went to Catholic school, which was disgusting. You know.
Absolutely.
Are you married? I wanted tampons. Are you married? What does that have to do with anything? It's so stupid.
Tampons are for whores.
They're for whoas.
Use a pad.
You use a pad. Use a pad, and then back in the day they had to take safety pins, and they're complaining because you get a free wax with your Always Easy strips. All you had to do was stick them on. That's it. Back in the day, you had to do this, da da da.
It's a belt.
Oh, Maron, you had a belt. It was the Modest belt. I lied about my period.
Nah.
I lied about my period for years. I made believe I had it, and I didn't. I felt like I should have it.
Right.
And when it came, I thought I was gonna die. I was screaming at Garrett Mountain and Patterson. I said, help me, I'm bleeding! I said, look at me! And my mother said, what the hell is wrong with you? I said, I'm bleeding! She said, your period, because I made her buy the whole thing, the belts and the pants and the whole. I was a girl, and I was like, now I get a bra. She was like, you ain't getting no bra, enough for no bra. And then we got in the bra store. I'll never forget. I was a 28 AAA. 28 AAA. I am now a 36 AA. Now, how does that work? It means I'm getting bigger because the longer the letters, the tighter. All right, so let's give it up for Tracy's butt. He's mooning us right now. Look at that. Look at that little narrow ass. Spank that ass, you little Celtic. He's got on an Irish jacket. It's the Black Irish Show. And ladies and gentlemen, you guys have been fantastic. You've been a great producer, Sam. God bless you. Wes, we love you. We miss you. And we'll see you soon, everybody. Thank you so much. If people tell you're fun, you probably are. Come on down to the LA School of Comedy. Good night.